ready for Audi Day going by with his. That's a truck converted to a tow truck, by the way. And yeah, usually it's sunshiny every day, but today I'm back to my old program. I don't know if you guys remember 2 years ago, I used to sit on this stool. There was two stools and this table at my bungalow up here before they knocked it down. I didn't see it up here, but it comes full circle that I used to do the morning motivation right here with my shake and my weed, definitely Saints addiction. And this morning I'm going to have a deeper subject to talk about, and that's my cousin Herman dying. Yeah, right. He got murdered. He got chasing some money, and somebody I was super close with is no longer on this planet. And I wanted to have this conversation because, hey, welcome to the party. See, I told you. Oh, you're the sick one. You okay? You okay? You okay? We maybe see you later. Maybe if you're alive. Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, ciao. Just taking care of her friend, so sweet. But yeah, it's one of these things where we as people, we ain't gonna get to be around long. Mm-hmm. All this life, all these situations. Hell, you can kind of see the beach from here. It's all temporary. Mm-hmm. All of us think that we got forever. Look at all these branches growing on the electric, and then life found out that my cousin got shot trying to chase down somebody for some money, and now he's no longer alive. And I sit here with this existential dread, all these girls hollering at me at the bar, and everybody having fun and drinking. And I'm all up in my head going, damn, my cousin's gone. No longer with the living, no longer in my life. And I haven't really got to cry. I called my other cousin this morning, had the conversation. He said, everybody want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I said, okay, I won't flood you with it. I know you're getting a lot of calls. It must suck to hear about it, right? Like when you talk about like a time you broke your hand or something had happened to you your whole life, most people, they don't want to tell that story. Nobody wants to sit here telling sad stories and talking about funerals and missing life. But what I wanted to talk about was lost souls. As a lost soul, you'll find yourself in an empty bar, all drunk and alone, feeling scared. We go into our lives and in our minds and we act like we're so bold and so put together. But all I do is see lost souls, people that can't stop drinking. People start drinking because they're depressed and it makes them worse. And this was my cousin's story. I thought for sure he was going to die from diabetes, or he was getting in and out of the hospital or something to that effect, something with a health tip. I didn't think it was going to be murder. I didn't think it was going to be before we were 60. I didn't think any of that stuff. Matter of fact, if I had known better, I'd like to think that I said, I love you, cuz, before I got on love you too. And he would say it like that, love you too. And with his New Orleans accent, and this is a rare human being that looked like me, talked like me, had the same skin tone as me, and we became fast friends real quick. Like, you don't have to be, when you're with family changes, things happen. Shit, the wind's coming up right now. But that's exactly what happened. I found a cousin, long distance cousin that I never met before. I check on him. I'd say, hey man, we got to work on this depression. Let's try to get you on a business. He was so crafty and smart. He was a jock of all trades. And I would tell him, man, let me make a logo for you. Let's get you. I find it hard to get close with people and intimate, That's like one of my weaknesses. I feel like I'm going to get hurt. I've been hurt before and could get hurt again. Hell, even my ex-girlfriend will be coming back, and Lord knows how that's going to play out. You know what I'm saying? So we all have morning that will did. You can just drink your whole life away. I remember the bottles being in the corner, so many little half Hennessy bottles sitting in the corner that the rat would come between the bottles and its ass would hit the bottles and they would shake. That's right. That's how you knew there was a mouse in the house. is because motherfucker would run by, hit the bottles that were in the corner, and there was a whole corner full of them, and they make all this noise. It fucking sucks. He's no longer here, and I think, how did I make it past all these people? It's not like I'm living the exact holy life, you know. I smoke cigarettes still, you know, not as many. I take heed, but I'm about to put some in my morning motivation, you know, and I got a little heart palpitation and shit like that, but I guess there's just no determining factor on how you live and how long you will live. That's the whole situation in a nutshell, is that we kind of keep going on borrowed time. We forget that the people that we see last, like my buddy Enzo, who died just recently in Brazil, they gave him 5 months to live. He was dead in 5 weeks. There are no promises. You know, I got no promise face. Does it look like a promise to you that you will get to live the life of your dreams or do anything that you wanted to do? His girls hit me up talking about, I wanted to travel the world with him and explore different girls with him and, you know, have fun with him. He was my soulmate. He was my friend. You know, he was my confidant. I had babies with him. And now she got to raise these babies without knowing them. And that's just sad. It's a cloudy day in the sky, and it's a cloudy day in my mind. It's hard for me because I've had some friends. I'm thinking Chris Suapia. I'm thinking Damian Reader. I'm thinking, who else am I thinking? Who else? My buddy Terry Zwirling. All these guys were in my face like they were alive, and now they're not, and I get to continue on in the paradise with my big belly out, smoking weed every morning, talking to you fine folks about like, share, and subscribe. I might not even be alive to see me get to 10,000 subscribers, right? Oh, come on, man. Did you just really disappear? I came up with my finger and then disappeared again. What can I do? This is life, bro. Let's fucking... Oh, there goes another one. It's trying to fly away on my weed, straight out of my hands. Let me roll this joint before I lose my motherfucking mind, hitting my knee on the metal and shit. I'm all contorted, bro. I'm all over the place, man. I'm doing the morning motivational later. Finally, the German model's leaving the island. She wants her pictures. Haven't talked to her in a week since we banged it out. And just weird energy. It's not full moon energy, but it's some weird energy to me. And just that cousin doesn't get to live anymore. I never get to hear his voice. We never get to go to the museum again, eat some shrimp etouffee. You get these moments and you enjoy them, but you might not know that they are a memory. You might not know that that's the last time you said goodbye to somebody. We'll put on this life. We don't know when our ticket's going to get punched. You only get one life to live, and you can only do so much. With the time that's left, you got to execute. You got to pull some moves, because life, my friends, doesn't give a fuck if you're old, young, black, white, girl or boy, and come in here, punch your clock. And every day I gotta wake up and like, well, at least I'm pain free. At least I'm in a clean bed, soft pillows, soft sheets, aircon or fan on me. I am safe, you know. But I'm also 45, and I'll be turning 46, and I'm like, damn. I don't know if my grandma's gonna die. I don't know when my mom's gonna die. I don't know which one of my siblings is gonna die first, or is it gonna be me? It's the roulette. Russian roulette, passing this gun around, going like, are you going to live? How about today? How about today? How about today? And then every day you're going to hope that thing don't pull the pin to your head and shoot your own head off. You're going to be like rubbing your hands, going like, I hope that I can win at this game called life. I hope that I can ride for the people that aren't alive anymore, because there's some lost souls out there. I tried for him back, and I feel that. So that's how it feels for me. I got a big heart. He ain't trying to love him back. My brother, he ain't trying to love me back. And that's what ends up happening. All of us seeking here and was waiting for me and thought for sure she'll come back. No, the day, nope. And I said, you should have took action. You know, only that night, that moment is all you got. Having my beautiful girlfriend on the beach, but I didn't want her to think that all I wanted was for sex from her. We're swimming naked under you. Lost a lost soul trying to collect some money from somebody, but and bro, we're all looking for something, man. We're looking for something in our lives to make it alive, and the only thing that makes us feel alive is death. When you look at it, you go, this could be me. Any moment, oh, there goes the heart attack Marky said, or how you had it organized, or your little lot box, or how much money you have in your pocket. You don't get to move anymore. You don't get to move that money from the pocket to the safe deposit box. You don't get to do that activity that you wanted to do. And now all those dreams are just that, dreams. She's talking about I wanted to travel with them and hook up with international women with them and, do some freaky shit. And it's like, hell yeah, you should have. And maybe I should have made more money so I can just give him the money because I blew that off. Sent him some cartridges. He blew that off. And now his head blown off. As far as I know, they could have really just shot him in the head and that would have been the end of it. And I'm just so sad. My cousin is the statistics in New Orleans. They shoot these men left, right, and straight. And it could have easily happened if I was road depression. That's why I started Saints Addiction. Now I got to go even harder for my passion because I've lost family members to it. And he thought it was coke and ended up having fentanyl in it. And my cousin that just died, that got murdered, told me about this story, and now he murdered. It's weird. What's up, Joy Weed Club? It's tough, I'll be losing family, especially in a weird way. Like murder, it'd be different if it's diabetes and he didn't get to his pen and that's just health. But that's not what happened. Life is what happens between birth and death. And how you play it is up to you because you don't get to play when it ends. You only get to play while the disc is spinning. Your favorite song called Life. Yeah, I'm up in this bitch. And then somebody, oh, I get to find out the hard way. And I rescue people from the Titanic. All the cages and all the monkeys came to. Hell, I think he almost sent me. Hell, I think he almost sent me that. There's no sex. There's no sex. There's no chocolate. Well, I'm sexual. I'm Death is such a equal opportunist. Death is such a equal opportunist. They don't care if you young, old. They don't care if you young, old, white, black. Right in the dumpster, like it don't mean nothing. Right in the dumpster, like it don't mean nothing to them, but it mean everything to them. But it mean everything. Can't go do that again. And babies left, right, and straight, and all I want to do is be a father, and all I do is keep getting older, and all my do is be a father, and all I do is keep getting older, and all my friends just keep dying. It's sad. It's sad. When he was a kid, and now and get the most out of their lives. The rooftop, and look at the mountains, and smoke my weed. One, where's my shirt? Sunshine, sunshine. I gotta find them too. It's on my mind, you know, like it might be my light on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? There's trouble. I'm always trying to distract myself. I'm like every other monk. What can I do with this angst? What can I do with this? What design can I make? What can I create from this darkness? This missing feeling. You know what I mean? Like, besides for staring at pussy, chocolate peanut butter shakes and YouTube videos. Those are pretty much my top 5 dopamine chill avenues, synthetic dopamines. I gotta really be underneath that water and looking at the water, at the sand while I'm underneath it rippling, and really take my time to stare at the moon and see the big cloud, circular cloud around it. And just kind of keep pinching myself and be like, man, I still exist. I'm so grateful, you know? This table still exists. I've been doing so many morning motivations on this table. It's insane. I didn't even notice it. I'm like, as I said that, the sun came out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And let life bring them with and come how much I love them and this moments and kind of sip them, try to keep them, you know, in my mouth. And long time no see, homie, Joseph Polykosh, about the battle for addiction, and that's why I called it Saints Addiction. I had lost another one, and I also lost. Is he Hanson? What's the other guy's name? What was Bryce's name? Bryce Hanson. I'm saying, you know, Bryce motherfucking Hanson, and he killed himself over a girl. And my buddy Rashid, and when we were at UNLV, he shot himself in the heart over a girl. Got my cousin, went back to drinking. My other buddy, he was overdosing. Damon Reeder. I don't know how to save him. You know, all I do is my morning motivation, just go, look, man, this is how I save myself. I did the exercises. I did the drinking the waters. I go on adventures. I make myself do something new every day, and I push my limits. You know, I push my limits so I can live. You know, and honor their lives by living. You know, he was telling stories about me in travel. That's what Nicole just told me. His baby mama, she was like, he would tell me all the stories, and I knew you guys were close. And he named his son after you, Saint Bernard, and so many things. So thank you for shining on me. I don't know what happened. FYI, your feet is coming all choppy. It's cutting your vocals out. Yeah, I miss you, brother. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for shouting out and joining the live. I appreciate you watching. I'm always surprised that when my friends are watching, and it's a trip to me, you know. Stacy Bell, she be watching my show and saying things and everything, and you know, shout out to my friends. This one's gonna be my model, future model. Soy na, and everybody else that supports me. I could use it. You know, I'm human too. I usually am trying to motivate others, but right now, I'm trying to not let it dim my light, not cry, and not process it, but it's starting to hit. So I'm gonna get out. Peace and love. And as always, Chi Gathon, that means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Peace. Yeah, look, you got the business started. Tattoo bamboo machine. Let's go. sure.
Ito po, hello.